Hi, everyone, and welcome to the SOI Stories. I'm your host, Adam. First up, if you're planning to travel this coming holiday season, Regina has a story about the history of the Las Vegas Strip. Check it out.
If you ever gamble or see a show on the Las Vegas Strip, you may have also wondering about its history. From 1905 to 1929, the Las Vegas was a popular railroad rest stop. In 1931, Nevada made government illegal. This greatly added to Las Vegas growth, and in the beginning its intent mobsters who became infinite celebrities. With the Hoover Dam was built in the 1930s, it brought many tourists and workers to this area. What we know as the Las Vegas Strip today, with the glitz and glamour of the streetlights and walking bridge, was the one time just a two-lane road in the desert. The first hotel on the Strip was the El Rancho Vega. It was built in 1941 and had entertainment and swimming pool and gourmet foods. It set the standard of all future hotel casinos. The Strip grew very quickly in the 1950s and 1960s. Shows the entertainment featuring famous celebrities like Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. In the 70s, Sammy Davis Jr. helped break down racial barriers by performing and staying at many white-only hotels. The end of the 70s, Las Vegas felt on hard times due to the economy and bad image. Many casinos closed. However, in the 1980s, things turned around. The mega resorts such as MGM, Grand Bellagio, and Planet Hollywood opened. Tourists to come back to drove into been growing ever since, becoming the Las Vegas Strip we all love and or to vacation and play at today.
Thank you, Regina. I may have to take a gamble and plan a trip there soon. For another fun holiday activity, here's Chantal with the history of Knott's Berry Farm.
The Knott's Berry Farm theme park was located in Buena Park in California, started in 1927. That's when Walter and Cordelia Knott opened a berry market and the tea room, and called it Knott's Berry Place. In 1984, they began serving fried chicken, which was a huge hit. Walter's entertainment the crowds with fun displays that included an antique music boxes and a small volcano in 1940s. He began building a western ghost town in 1947. He changed the name to Knott's Berry Farm. By the 90s and the 1995s and the 60s, it was a booming business. The Knotts expanded the ghost town and started growing the theme park. Popular attractions like the College Saloon and the railroad and the famous Kellogg log ride were included in 1973. One of the park's beginning events was created called Knott's Scary Farm, Knott's Halloween Hunt and now known as Knott's Scary Farm. Before the decade was over, Knott's Berry Farm has also added its first 2 roller coasters, the Cross Crew and the Monster Revenge. In the 90s, the park continued to grow with more rides, carnival games, shows, stories, food, places, and attractions. Today, over 4 million people visit every year. It's so wonderful that a little berry market could turn into something so amazing.
Thank you, Chantel. The ghost town was always my favorite part to visit at Knott's Berry Farm. Now, if you're a Marvel or DC fan, this story is for you. I'll be telling you about some comic book history you may not know about. The first comic book was written was The Yellow Kid in McFadden's Flats in 1897. It was the very first publication to use the term comic book, and was a social commentary about living in the slums of New York. What comes to mind when you hear comic book? Superheroes, of course. Superhero comic books started in 1936 with The Phantom, created by Lee Falk. The Phantom was the son of a sailor who, after the death of his father, swore to take revenge on his father's murderers and fight crime. The 2 popular comic book publishers we know today, DC and Marvel, came around about the same time, DC in 1934 and Marvel in 1939. The first famous character from DC was Superman, created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster in 1938. It was originally written to be a villain who took an experimental drug that gave him psychic powers. He was later turned into an alien from another planet who fights crime. If you're expecting Marvel's first character to be Captain America, guess again. It was surprisingly enough the Human Torch, created by Carl Burgos in 1939. His name was Jim Hammond, not Johnny Storm, who comic book fans know today. He was an android superhero who built by the scientist Phineas Horton and can burst into flames at will. He became more human, rebelled against his creator, and vowed to protect humanity. Well, that's all we have for today. Be sure to follow JDS Creative Academy on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, using the hashtag JDS Family. Until next time, SOI out.